care. Finally, he's exercising his authority as he should have from the very beginning. And it's much unfortunate that Long Island is now in a position where we're looking at possibly significant amount increase in taxes. But at the same time, if we don't pass this legislation, we're going to lose aid to the schools.
All right, let me address two things there that you said, Michael. I appreciate that very much. Okay, so we'll talk about borrowing in a minute, but I want to talk about one comment, Christopher, that the governor doesn't care.
Well, I think he does care. I think actually he cares a lot. I think the main problem he has with the budget right now is that there's $1 billion that's supposed to be coming from Washington that we don't know if it's going to come or not. So he's telling the legislature, you need to budget for that. Right. This is a big hole.
He does not want borrowing.
He doesn't want increases in borrowing. There's obviously going to be some borrowing in the state budget, but not the level that the legislature wants. He would like a different level, and I think that he does care, and he's working to kind of put together a responsible budget to bring. He doesn't care about getting reelected, but he does care about what happens to the state of New York, and he cares about his legacy. He doesn't have the pressure of coming and facing the voters right now, and that's actually right now what we need here in New York State is somebody who doesn't have that pressure. And I think that over the last 3 or 4 weeks, he's really found his stride in this budget battle, and it's really going to bode well for him going forward in the future. I think people are going to respect what he's doing here.
And as we also said, future governors of New York State are also watching very closely to see how far he can push, this power with the emergency spending measures. Let's go to Peter from West Islip. Hi, Peter. Welcome.
Thank you very much for listening.
Go ahead.
I have two questions.
Yep.
One is why is it both sides of the political aisle are so afraid to tax millionaires and people who earn even more than that? But I know they tried and it failed. And the second question is, why is it under the radar screen there is so much money that goes to businesses behind the scenes through economic development agencies and industrial development agencies to the tune in excess of $1 billion? One company alone in Albany last year received $1.4 billion to create a business outside of Albany, and they're looking for $300 million more this year. It seems to me outrageous that the media hasn't picked up on this and devoted time to it.
All right, Peter, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Jerry, we've got about 2 minutes left. The first one, tax on millionaires. Do I have Jerry there or did I lose him? You there, Jerry?
No, not there.
I'll talk to you.
Okay, all right. We'll try to get Jerry back. If not, Jerry, thank you so much. But yeah.
Yeah, there, in the Senate bill that I believe is going to pass, there is an increase in taxes on millionaires. Okay. Why do people shy away from taxes on millionaires? Well, there's some people who feel that millionaires create jobs, and if you tax them, they'll create fewer jobs, and that's part of a theory that is out there.
Or you'll push them out of the state.
Or you'll push them out of the state. And there are many examples of people that have left Long Island who are very wealthy people, could afford to live here, have relocated to other states because New York State taxes are the highest, among the highest in the country, and very punitive to people who make over a certain amount of dollars.
Okay.
So that's part of it.
All right. Now, what about money that's given to and sometimes industrial development?
Yeah, one of the things the governor and the legislature has been working on is changing the way the Empire State Development Corp does business, and some of the IDAs do business. The dollars that are invested in businesses are there to create jobs for New Yorkers. And in the past, there hasn't been really tight controls on to see whether or not these businesses were actually creating the jobs that they claimed to create when they were getting the tax breaks and other benefits from the government. Right. The new, going forward, that's going to be more of an issue here in New York, especially given the crisis that we're in right now, which is why they are redoing the Empire Zone and the Empire State Development Corporation. They're really basically throwing out the old model, most of it, and creating a new model, and that's going to be a matter of debate for some time in Albany.
A lot of people
Those were excellent questions.
Right. A lot of people say without that money, businesses don't locate here, or they relocate here, and we lose all that.
We have the highest cost of living in the country. We have among the highest taxes in the country. What we need to do is we need to do something to keep businesses here, and that's what those tax breaks and other benefits to businesses do.
And with that, I say thank you very much, and we're done. Thank you so much, everybody. We got more coming up next on News 12 Long Island. Stay with us.
Whose idea was this? It says that when you buy a Grand